live.
Hello, this is Lowballing with Joe Hansen. I have some of my friends here today from the Phalanx Press team. I think you'll be impressed with who we have showing up here to shoot the shit and say hey. We're changing up for lowballing a little bit here. I was doing author interviews for quite some time, and it kind of dried up. Nobody answered my my emails anymore to come on the show.
It's because they know you, Joe.
So we're just gonna form groups and talk about whatever. We are a Weird Realities podcast, so we should be able to get away with murder. Anyways, tonight, along with Allen Gamboa, we have W.J. Lundy. If you don't know him or haven't heard of him, you haven't been on the right pages. We also have Brian Parker, very prolific author who has been on the show before. And then we have Mr. J.L. Bourne, who is a longtime member of the Dole.
Thank you.
And we're all involved with the Five Roads to Texas book, which was a 5-author collaboration, which we all worked on. However, John got all the credit.
So bitter.
So a little bit, just a little bit. So Brian, are you going to put out any more Five Roads books?
Only if you keep calling us the Phalanx Press.
What did I slur it?
You said the Phalanx Press, guys.
Phalanx Press? What?
Phalanx Press. Phalanx.
No, yeah, I am. I've got one in the works, but it's like third book down and down the road. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna write another one. But it might like kind of morph into like a Weird West type story for that one where it is now.
That's cool.
So what is your focus now? You've kind of changed the direction of your writing a little bit, haven't you? Are you going this new age noir stuff that you were doing, which was very good?
The sci-fi noir, like the Blade Runner type stuff. Yeah. Man, I'm actually writing the 5th book in that series right now.
Hey, Hadley.
But yeah, I totally dig that genre, and it's actually fun to write in. Yeah, so. But I'm just, it's like always, man. I'm like all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. How about you, JL? Anything on the horizon?
Nope, nothing really. Actually, I got to be careful how I answer this. No, nothing. Not working on anything right now. You know, there's always stories kicking around in my head. But,
now, do you always insist on working with a publisher, or would you ever self-publish?
Oh, I would self-publish in a heartbeat. I don't have to work with a traditional publisher. No, that's not really something I require.
Okay.
In some ways, having a traditional publisher is good, and in the past 10 years or so, there's a few ways that it may not be so good. You know.
Yeah, I hear you. John, how many books are you halfway through now? You've got like 3 series.
This John, yeah, I got I don't know. I got like 4 of them on the workbench. I think the next occupation book will probably be the next one that's done.
Ooh.
It's probably the closest. And then someone told me, Corey Manning told me he'd give me a case of wine if I start working on the next invasion book. He said I could drink it while I work. So
did you
I
say
don't know how that'll work out. Corey Manning.
That was Chelsea.
Yeah. I had never heard it. You mean Brad?
Oh man,
there is no Chelsea.
Now, is a case of wine the same as a box of wine? Because to me, those are 2 different.
A box of wine is for beginners, Joe.
Nah, I graduated to boxed wine.
You know, I've never been able to do the wine without getting a headache myself. You know,
it's a rookie. You just gotta put it in a blender with a bunch of ice and make a big slushy out of it. That's how
there you go. Yep. I've done that with scotch. It worked pretty good.
A scotch slushy?
Well, yeah, you know, when you don't finish it the night before and you freeze it.
Oh yeah. I've never not finished it, so I
don't know.
Also, hey, on this too, we can also take questions from people if they want to throw a question out there. You know, like who's your favorite author? What's your favorite book?
Yeah.
Boxers or briefs?
Do any of you have anything that any type of book that was maybe a little unusual that got you started into reading to begin with? I mean, what genres did you guys start out in? JL, were you strictly military fiction, or what kind of reading did you do when you as a kid?
No. You know, I did not read military fiction as a kid. I read The Hobbit, Lord of the, you know, the Hobbit really, and I read a bunch of Choose Your Own Adventure books.
Sure.
The series called Interplanetary Spy was one of my favorite ones. It was a futuristic space spy, and you had to like figure out that there were puzzles in the book, and you had to figure them out. Turn to this page, and you get, you know, your face melted by some alien or something like that. So, you know, Choose Your Own Adventure. And then I read all the Indiana Jones novels, like when I was my younger years in the military. I read a bunch of the novelizations of Indiana Jones world.
Awesome. I had some of the original Edgar Rice Burroughs Tarzan books, and you know, prior to reading them, I thought that Tarzan was always kind of a cartoon character, but then reading the original novels, you're like, you know, and I was maybe 12, 13, reading them in my basement. I was like, this is so cool. Yeah. You know. How about you, Brian? What I know from past conversations, but
yeah, I mean, I probably like Bourne there. I did read The Hobbit, you know, the C.S. Lewis books, the Narnia stuff. Actually, as like a younger kid, I read like all the Black Beauty, the horse books, which was weird.
No, it wasn't.
It was good. They were good books.
No, that's weird, man.
And
that's
like,
weird.
And like, there was some series, I don't even remember who the hell it was written by, but like if it was like dogs. Like he was like in the mind of dogs and like followed them through I don't know. Every book was about a different dog. I don't know.
That sounds kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
I'm partial
really
to dogs.
I have no idea now. I don't remember at all.
Yeah, I'm partial to dogs. They get they're my best friends. John, what'd you start out reading?
Oh, I mean, I read all the I don't want to say I read like the classics and stuff like that because I didn't. But I mean, when school made me read, I read like Shogun and The Hobbit stuff. But
Shogun,
when I
that was awesome.
Yep. But when I could pick, I usually read like Leonard Scott, like Charlie Mike, or Jim Webb's Fields of Fire. I got into the military books in probably late middle school, and then like crime, not true crime, but can't even think of who it is right now. But anyway, yeah, now I wasn't like the best reader for the classroom. Usually when we had like the free read time, I pulled out some book that would trigger the teacher. They didn't like my short stories. Actually, one of my short stories that was absconded by the English teacher being too violent, and they called my dad. My dad's like, oh well, that's what he does. So yeah. I had a pretty decent creative writing teacher, but he just didn't like what I wrote.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
That's kind of funny.
I had a pretty good one too.
When I was a kid, we had we had these toy guns, air guns you could stick in the dirt and give it a pump, and they would actually shoot the dirt at people, and then all of a sudden they came up with, in the late 60s, they came up with that they weren't going to make toy guns anymore, and I thought that play for kids was over. You know, there would never be another decent Cops and Robbers or a Cowboy and Indian game.
And then we got lawn darts.
Lawn darts.
Those are like the most dangerous damn things ever.
Oh, I know.
But fun.
I know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to have a set just in case somebody robs my house. You know, I could get them on the way out.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah. That's where they were backwards though. Is all that good play, grabbing a stick that looks like a gun and playing army out in the woods with your friends. All that face-to-face contact and roughhousing is what
it was great.
Kind of built up and burned off that energy. And because you never, like, when you were playing and shooting at Timmy or whatever, you never thought Timmy wasn't going to get back up, or you killed him for real. It was just fun. It was just a way to go out and roughhouse and burn off stuff. Now you're sitting at home with whatever and playing video games or touching your iPad all day.
Yeah, it's
having
different.
The thing pop up and call you names. So.
Yeah. You used to go out and you wouldn't come home till the street lights went on, and when you came home, you were sweating and out of breath because you've been running all freaking day long. It was great.
Swing into a neighbor's house, grab some bologna sandwiches, back out to the woods.
Yeah. And you didn't do anything on your own block that was wrong because everybody was watching.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The neighborhood watch is real. You throw a rock at somebody and somebody's mom's calling your mom.
Yeah, no kidding. It was great. It really was the best time to grow up ever. So, speaking of that, we've actually been through quite an age. I mean, we're the generation that can say, and I'm older than you, but we can say that we, saw the death of the brick and mortar stores, not only in books, but in so many other things, because there's so much buying online and things. And we've seen the publishing world go from books to audio books to and it's not going to be long, and we're going to be making our own movies, and putting those out instead of books. I swear to God, I just was wondering, what do you guys think? What do you guys see for the future of publishing and creative writing, and how far is an author going to be able to take his own work?
Well, let me throw this story out there. When I turned 50, my wife gave me this gift card for this bookstore that's not there anymore. It's a big chain bookstore. I lived in Crescent City, California, which was a small town in Northern California near the Oregon border. They only had a couple mom and pop stores there. So we'd go to Eureka, which is an hour and a half away, and they had a mall there and they had a bookstore. And it's got Humboldt States right there. And they closed this bookstore. It was huge, but the chain went out of business. So they only had like maybe 2 small bookstores in this college town. Just amazing. Blew my mind. But in that store in the mall there is where I got JL's, where I first saw JL's books. And I'm like, I got to grab these, man. Zombies, military fiction, zombies, freaking cool, And then I hadn't read anything for a while till John's. I saw John's was online. It's the new age of publishing. Saw John's books online. It's like Afghanistan and zombies. Holy crap, man, this is good. So it's really good. It's changed though. Like you were saying, it's changed now from that point of time when I was at the bookstore, brick and mortar, to reading John's book on my Nook to now. And it hasn't really been that long a time. It has less than 10 years. Yeah.
And if anybody that's watching wants to figure out exactly what Alan's talking about, like the Crescent City to Eureka, read his chapters in 5 Road to Texas.
Thanks. Thanks. Yes.
Because Ram is driving that route.
Yep, exactly. That bridge is really there with the bears.
Yeah. So what do you guys see as the future for us as authors? And probably not me, because I'll be dead.
Sounds like you're dying now.
That's there. Yeah, I was outside all day and the allergies kicked in.
I think serialized fiction, where you write a chapter and you give it away for free, I think that still has some power. Like there's a website called Substack that you have heard of, where we have writers that go out there and disenfranchised writers, people that have been let go by CNN, Fox, maybe not Fox, but places where journalists have been disavowed, have a voice and a monetized voice, at a place called Substack, where you can write articles still and be seen and have exposure. And then you get good enough and you have enough of a following, you start charging for your Substack articles. There's a future in that.
Yep.
I'll look into it. But do you think authors technically an author could take their book from nothing to ebook to paperback to hardcover to Audible and never leave their house right now? Do you think?
Yes.
Do you see that being able to go further? Do you think we'll be able to, like, I don't know, what are they doing with actors and stuff nowadays? Everything seems to be going that CGI or whatever, that animated and stuff. What do you think?
Well, that's been around for years. I think we're going to have AI making care. There won't be like living actors. You'll have Paramount will own an IP on an AI actor. We'll see that.
I heard
We'll
Bruce
see that in
Willis
our
did
lifetime.
something like that recently. He did.
Well, he's suffering from some. I don't want to get into his health stuff, but he's got some health issues, and he needs AI to help him.
Yeah, I
portray
think
his character.
Yeah, I think he just did that. I read that or heard it somewhere that he did something like that.
So yeah, I think the future you'll still have actors, of course, but you'll also have a Rolodex of digital actors as well.
Cool. Seriously, that's cool shit.
Scary.
I mean,
Well, look at the covers now. Look at the AI covers that AJ that we've been talking about. You put in 3 things, and then the AI makes the cover for you.
Right.
We're at a forefront. We're on the edge of that becoming more than just an algorithm. It's going to become something that we can't even predict right now.
Yep.
But yet you have in your books.
Well, yeah, that AI.
I've imagined it.
Be there. I was reading something. I wish I knew where the link was, but it was like a Dutch company that developed a smart AI, and they were studying it because they wanted to put it in robots. But the AI had like the standard Russian or robot rules where you got to protect people, you can't hurt people, you can't kill anyone. And they said within like one or 2 cycles, like a cycle was a year, by the second year the robots were trying to put all the humans in prisons to protect them, because they said they were killing the humans were killing each other. The only way to protect them was to isolate them and lock them up. So they were basically putting humans in cubes. So they're like, the robots, even with the master rules, they were outsmarting the humans unintentionally. But
yeah, you can see a user
like
just posted a comment about that.
Yeah, it's like the Matrix. The only way to really keep you safe is to plug you into a little vault and have you going.
I think that Musk or Zuckerberg, one of those 2 guys, was talking about getting rid of email spam to an AI, and the outcome was, if you kill every human, then you won't have email spam. That kind of a thing.
Yeah, that's exactly how it was. I can't remember. It wasn't like Popular Science or anything like that, but it was
here's
pretty
one.
interesting.
Asimov's laws. Okay, yeah, they probably do need to figure out some legislation on that.
Definitely, because they're sure we're behind on the internet, So start now.
Well, I don't know. Every time they start to legislate something, they mess it up. Just everything becomes more expensive, and I just really wish the government would stay out of the internet altogether.
I saw something there that said it was one of these campaign commercials, and the girl said she created 292 bills. She's only been in office 2 years. It's like, do we need 292 new laws? I mean, is that something to brag about? We're not like a brand new country. We don't need 292 new laws.
True. That is true.
I think laws should be sunset. We should have a sunset on any law passed that it dies within 10 years unless it's defended somehow.
I would agree with that, other than the basics, murder, rape.
Yeah, murder. Yeah, of course, the basics. But, do you really want 50 red light cameras in downtown, whatever?
No, and I think we should put a limit on how many IRS agents they can hire at one time.
All right. Now we're on the edge. We're on the edge of the discussion here now.
We're on the edge, right? You're right. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at that.
They have such great training.
Books.
You seen
books. Books. We're talking books.
Where's Rich?
He just asked to join, so I sent him a link.
Yeah, put him in here.
Dropping keywords, Joe.
Yeah,
I don't want the secret police raid in my house. No keywords.
That's right. That's right. We're supposed to be learning how to write forwards and and elevator
I
clubs and things like
I love
that.
paying taxes myself.
Me too. I, for one, love paying the taxes.
I just think they're great. I pay. I
Oh,
overpay
taxes,
when I
yes. Oh,
All right. Yeah. What? Did
I
I
got
miss any comments? I don't know.
so dry out there today. I would put the garage door on my shop and stuff, and we
You
had
got
to-
a garage door? You found
Yeah,
one?
I did. Well, it
Did
took
you have
me
to wind up the spring
it
or
took-
what?
it took me 2.5 months to get it on order. You know,
Yeah.
I had to
I see a
wind the
lot of
spring and
American
everything.
buildings around here with no garage doors right now.
You know, I can't believe one garage door I put in a few years ago had the thing where I put the drill on the socket and it just wound up the spring for me.
Yeah.
And now I get this one and it's like I've got 2 springs on it. I've got a crank.
Wow.
Like,
there we go.
There he is.
hey, Rich,
Every
how you
man's
doing,
nightmare,
bro?
every woman's dream. It's
That's his
Rich.
profile.
There he is. There he is.
I couldn't get my finger to get in that spot there, Rich.
Yeah, now we're talking.
That's
We'll
the first
call
time
that
you've had a
the-
problem getting your finger in a spot.
We'll call that the R spot.
Ooh, okay. I don't know if this is like
Damn.
Wide open.
How's
Wide
Rich
open.
tonight? You come on here like you got something to say. We're ready
Yeah.
to listen. Spit it out.
Now.
Yes.
Say something
I
now.
just- I just finished eating my my cheese curds and double steak burger from Freddy's. I'm ready to go.
That's
Nice.
Wow.
bold wearing the
sounds great.
green screen sweatshirt there. We could do some stuff with that.
Oh boy.
That's what she
We
said.
did tater tot hot dish tonight. It was awesome.
Nice.
Tater tot what?
Hot dish. Hot dish is a Minnesota thing that means
So
casserole.
it's got like beluga fish or something in it.
No.
Moga.
It's awful, man. I've had it.
Called
Pork
hamburger.
You
jelly.
actually had it? Have you tried it, Alan?
So,
Oh, well, my wife's has family over there in Minnesota in a part, so that's something they eat there, man. He's not shitting you.
What? Hot dish?
Tater tot, yeah, they call it tater tot pie or something like
Oh, I
that.
thought you were
but it's
talking about
casserole.
luda fish or whatever.
Oh no, man, hell no.
It's hamburger mixed vegetables and cream of mushroom soup. Quit making it into something horrible.
Fish eyeballs. And
It's like zero thought, zero prep.
Some
Throw
kind of
it
Fish,
in
weird
like-
reproductive
potato.
organs, whatever.
yeah.
Oh yeah, there is pig bladder. Okay.
Everything everybody else leaves on the ice when they go ice fishing. Joe scrapes
Yep.
it up, make hot dish.
That's
out of it.
right. That's
Calf
right.
fry, he has calf fries in it, everything.
Make a,
This
make a
will make
Eric,
it
welcome, Eric.
make a
Hey,
steak
glad to have you on the
broth
show.
out of it.
Canada.
Hey,
What's
Colby.
up, Colby.
Hey, Colby, welcome.
Hey, we're international right now. Holy crap.
We're international, babe. We got Colby in here.
Hey, Colby, what do you think about losing all your guns, man?
Whoa,
that-
whoa,
we can't
whoa,
go
whoa,
that.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
God
You
damn
just
it.
did
What
it
are we
again,
doing
Joe.
here?
I'm the
Where's
one
the-
breaking all the rules here.
We
This
need
is
a. Do we have a
terrible.
yellow flag? We can
Yeah,
throw it
right.
on
I'll be right back.
Say, Rich ducked out.
He's like, I'm out. It's-
We're gonna need a red card.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, that's terrible. I'm really sucking at this tonight. Scott or Brian, you got to have something to say here.
What were
Hey,
you guys
Mama
talking
Slippy
about?
boy.
There we go.
What were you guys talking about?
Nothing.
We're talking about how we need more guns on this show.
Oh, sorry about that, Colby. That is horrible.
We just need more testosterone. That's all.
There you
So,
go.
There you
So-
Yeah, I
go.
saw what
Very-
Trudeau said, man.
This
Hey,
has got very
Australia.
opinionated over here.
What the
Oh, look at Australia. Hey,
Hey,
we truly
good day,
are.
mate.
Good
Speaking
day.
of not having
Tombstone.
guns,
Mike Lewis, what's up?
What's up,
Blind
Lewis?
Mike, how you doing, brother?
blind Mike.
Wait, what time is it in Australia?
Hell, who knows, man?
It's
On
gotta be
Australian time or
October
American
37th
time?
or something, right? I mean,
It's like, yeah, like
Hold on a second. I'll ask. What time is it in Australia? 11:29 in Canberra.
Wow.
You know, if you didn't
7:29
know that
on
Jail
Thursday.
Bourne is like our local spy. He has all the gadgets.
Spying's illegal.
Investigator then. Rich, what do you got? What are you working on literary wise? You writing any books now?
Oh,
I know
I'm
you're-
trying to, but work is just like crazy right now. We're doing 10-hour days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll start 11s next week. This is like the busy time of year, so I'm not
Don't-
really getting much done.
Glory
Don't
hole
your
truck stops.
doesn't your
or-
glory hole have a union or something? Or
That's what I would think. You got to
Yeah.
automate that glory hole, dude.
Yeah.
At least automate the cleanup.
Well, that's
All
where
right.
you're supposed to come in, Joe.
Are you actually?
I
are you
posted
actually,
a link to this to my fans on my page. My
Yeah.
goodness.
Are you
Oh, on
actually
your
a
own-
glory
on your
hole
OnlyFans?
attendant now, Rich? Or just
Should
you?
have known better.
Rich?
that's why
Oh,
it's
man.
blurred out back there. It's his OnlyFans
Yeah,
setup is
man.
behind him.
There's right back there.
Rich,
Yeah.
are you a full-fledged glory hole attendant or just the assistant to the glory hole attendant?
Operator.
Well, I'm bucking for the promotion, man.
Operator.
He's gone,
How do you like the new job, Rich?
I don't.
Oh, big. You're just like
Yeah.
everybody
Nobody
else.
really likes.
does it
nobody
put
really
a
likes
bad
their
taste
job.
in your mouth or what?
Yeah, it's just not really fulfilling my
Oh
needs.
God.
Yeah, I'm working for one of my best friends, and I hate my job, so I get it. I retired December though, in December 31st. I'm done.
Nice.
Good
You
for
can
you,
finally
Joe.
get
Good
that-
for you, buddy.
You can finally get that prolapse fixed.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not his hip. Oh, maybe it is too.
All right. Circling this back around to writing,
Yes,
the
sir.
economy isn't looking so great. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys agree with that? Might be a little teetering a little bit, inflation
yeah.
and all that.
Oh yeah.
So
crazy.
so what does that? Yeah, what does that look like for discretionary spending? And what do I mean by discretionary spending? I mean our readers that may find us, discover us. We've got to start thinking, how does that look for us as writers when we're going to an age of low discretionary spending?
Well,
So,
reading's
know.
still low at a low value. I mean, it doesn't cost a lot, so it's still cheaper than
Right.
a movie ticket.
But you
That's
know,
the
there's still
entertainment.
people.
That's
people that-
assuming that you have a society that actually pays attention to their money. I mean, when you get so many.
that's
that are
exactly
getting-
right. Like people don't understand what discretion. A lot of people, I guess I should say, don't understand what discretionary income is because they just, oh well, I want it, so I buy it.
I agree. I mean,
Good job,
Yeah,
Mike.
I noticed millennials spend until their money's gone, and then they just start over
I have.
next payday.
It's the old. I mean, it's nothing new. I mean, back whenever my parents were, teaching me about money, they were like, if you have checks, it does not mean you have money.
Right.
It's-
Yeah.
Right.
Because I was in the 80s,
Now-
I can't be out of money. I still have checks left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
People
Now,
are
what about this idea? We have all of us are writers of some sort. We all have an imagination. If we didn't, we would never even do it. So, how bad can it get? Somebody tell me how bad can it get, and how soon will it get that bad?
well, it's going to be. I don't know. They're only gonna let it get so bad until they print more money. But
more inflation.
how long can
Yeah.
that keep supply?
Well,
How long can that keep working? Because eventually the money's going to be worthless. You keep
Yes.
printing like that, it's going to be absolutely worthless. So,
Well, how long before confidence in the dollar is lost? Is a good
Yeah,
question.
that's where the risk is at because the world bases everything off the dollar. If you get like China, the EU, a couple other places to say, you know what, we're no longer standard on the dollar anymore. So I was telling the wife, like, everywhere you go when you travel around the world,
Hey,
Afghanistan,
Nicholas.
Pakistan,
Hey, Nick.
anywhere
Yeah.
you could buy something in dollars. It doesn't matter what it
No.
is. You can be selling a sheep blanket
Right.
and you can say buy for $1. But what if that all said is the yen or whatever, the ruble?
Yeah. If not the
Our
dollar,
dollar,
then the gold links on your Rolex. Am I right? Anybody out
Yep.
there know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
Or the one sewn into your belt.
Yep.
Now, the other thing I have is if it gets really bad, have you all thought about what you're going to do? I mean, let's say it goes not Road Warrior, but let's say a major city gets nuked. How bad? What do you think is going to happen if that happens?
I'll be dead, so it's.
Oh, I'm dead. I'll die.
I'm outside DC, so I'm gone.
I'm in Nevada, so we're probably gonna get nuked the crap out of.
Well,
Yeah.
well.
I'm about-
First, we will have certain groups blaming it on the other group within our own country. We'll have to wade through thousands of conspiracy theories before any action is done.
Yeah, it'd be
Right.
like
And
every
then-
white supremacist.
It just.
Yeah.
I mean, if a whole city is in need of rescue, it will get rescued. the first.
I think one
time.
city though, our economy full blown collapses if we lose a major city. We're
yeah,
full collapse at that point.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You just look after
Yeah.
9/11, how much damage there was. I mean,
Yeah, that was just a couple buildings. Yeah.
But what does collapse look like? I mean, do the banks shut their doors? Do people just stop accepting paper money, or
credit cards are shut off like that, and the banks shut down and have bank holidays?
Yeah, if you look at how many times the banks around the world have already done that, they froze assets a few different times.
And isn't it weird?
Up to make withdrawals,
Yeah.
even in China. But we're still. But I was like listening to the radio this morning, and they were talking about the southern border, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's an invasion," and they're like, "No, it's just this is just migrants, you know. These are just families." But there's a war going on in the Ukraine right now, and they can't hit us. And then they were, I mean, Brian probably knows this, whatever, but how many Russian citizens are coming across the southern border right now? So if it gets,
brings me to another point.
Deep, that's how they'll hit us.
A lot
in War College, we had a discussion about how would they nuke us, and a lot of people said that they have their own, not triad, they use their subs, they use their stuff, and we thought, what if they were here, like that series, The Americans? Remember that series?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they rented an apartment on the 50th floor in some high rise in Manhattan, and the nuke was brought over in a lead coffin for obvious reasons to some people, and it was put behind a drywall, a fake wall in that apartment, and they rented there for 10 years. What if there's a nuke already sitting on the 50th floor somewhere in Manhattan right now?
Yep.
Very well could be. I mean, who could deny it?
David, welcome.
Yeah. There are so many things that could be set in place to be played later, and we would never know about it because we really don't have the type of security infrastructure to stop something like that or to prevent something like that, especially when we have so much infighting between the CIA and FBI. I mean, not trying to go political or anything, but those organizations have been focusing on what's going on in the United States and not threats abroad.
The FBI has switched. I mean, this is it's not like a secret, but the FBI went away from basically a boots on the ground law enforcement agency to an investigative agency. They don't.
Yep.
They're all book people.
White
now,
shoe boys.
Desk writers. They're not out busting bank robbers and kidnappers anymore. I mean, they got those divisions, but the majority of them, probably 90% of them, is all investigative now. They got out of the busting up, terror cells and stuff. Every time I see one of that goes on, it's a different group doing it.
Yeah.
There's one group and there's one group that's creating the terror cell.
Yeah. Well,
what about the weirdness going on in the UK now? Wasn't that odd? Didn't you all think that was odd when you see the news in the UK where she resigned after
6 weeks?
So few days,
40,
right? And they had a head
days.
of lettuce. They had a head of lettuce on the camera and said, "What will this go brown before she leaves?" It was something like that. Now
and the lettuce won.
The reasoning, the lettuce did win. The reasoning behind that, though, the economic crisis going on in the UK, I still don't fully understand it. And no matter where I look, it's not completely clear. They said pensions. What does that mean? Does that mean people were in danger of not getting their pensions?
She made some decisions to spend money to combat some of these things. But like we have so many politicians do this, she did it without any plan on how to pay for that process.
Yeah.
I mean, any citizen who has
as opposed to all of our stuff where
knows
that's one news article I saw. That's one news article I saw. What you said, Joe, and then other one's talking about pension crisis.
Yep.
But they tried to buy up all their debt.
Yeah.
All I know is that Soros is probably cashing in big. He probably had what's the thing where you bet that the currency is going to drop?
Short it.
Yeah, short. He probably was short on the pound.
That's what people say you do when you buy gold. When you buy gold as an investment, you're betting that the economy is going to tank.
But every time there's a major economic thing and a currency tanks, like the pound tanked, Soros makes money every single time.
there's got to be some deep state stuff going on there, because the way they just knew for sure she was going to resign within, so many days or weeks.
Yeah,
And
I mean, I don't. I'm
and
not
what did she do? That they're like, oh, it was a Trumpian something that she went after, ultra conservative. It really isn't buying up the nation's debt.
Yeah, her actions
that's not like a big.
her name, I guess.
Her actions weren't conservative.
No, that's not a conservative thing. It's not even like alt-right or anything to buy up your nation's debt. Canceling your nation's debt might be, but not buying it up.
Hold on, guys, or we get too dark here. Okay, do you ever think there'll be a transgender zombie novel? Joe, you can write that?
Why not?
Yes, I am going to write it, but Alan is going to act it out before I do it.
Yeah.
So
now
what does it matter?
Is it called zombie?
Bang him? I mean,
we're starting. Alan, I want you to do that. I want you to act that out in interpretive dance, please.
Interpretive dance.
That's all I'm reading these days is interpretive dance.
Now look about. Hey, my parents probably thought they were going to get nuked and the economy was going to collapse back when Carter was president, right? So there's a lot of parallels there. I mean, who knows? I can't.
Well, hell, I thought I was going to get nuked when I was a kid. I was born in the '60s, so
All right, let's let Brian talk. He hasn't said anything.
I know I'm on mute because my dogs are upstairs, like barking like assholes. So.
Yeah, I heard Boris is coming back, Eric. You're right. I heard that. Who knows? Like, I don't know.
They're trying to get him though. They're trying to get him for going to a party during COVID, man.
Yeah, I can't comment on British politics other than the limited information I see. I'm not going to sit here and try to be an expert on it.
You're talking about the Cold War and all that, and then someone earlier had said about the Hunt for Red October. I remember reading that when I was a kid too, and
it's a good one.
I think for a while there, I was in the. I wanted to join the Navy just to be on subs because I didn't want to die during a nuclear war. I thought that would be the best way to do it. Then I found out about all the gay stuff.
They're coming after you.
Maybe I'll do the Army, but
you found out about the gay stuff, and that sealed the deal.
And that's why you were Navy chief.
That's why I joined the Army. So.
Well, once that sub launches, that nuke, they're done, man. They're done.
He did the Navy Army style, is what he's saying.
Low, you don't have much value left anymore, do you?
No,
you ever seen that movie On the Beach?
They know where you're at.
Yeah.
You ever seen On the Beach where they're in that sub after the war? And
what is the other one? Last Armageddon? Is that what it is? What's the one where they go to Australia?
Yeah, that's on the beach. Yeah, on the beach. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff. Well, the Last Ship, too. The novel The Last Ship is like a nuclear war. It's not how the TV show
was. That was an excellent. No, it wasn't like the TV show. It was
the novel was really good, but it
was very good. Audio book, very good.
Yeah, the audiobook. It's kind of, you gotta like turn up the read rate to like 2 because the guy reads slow as hell.
Oh God.
So you like put it up to like normally you'd be a chipmunk speed, and it's still pretty good.
But it was 100 times better than the TV show. I mean, it was really accurate representation of what it could be like.
Yeah, the TV show made it
the day after. I like that, Eric.
For the whole the part of The Last Ship in the novel was when they tried to create their little breeding island. That was weird. That was kind of odd.
That TV show, who's the guy? The guy that played Animal Mother on Full Metal Jacket?
Yeah.
He played Jane Cobb.
Adam Baldwin.
Adam Baldwin.
Yeah, that guy is the only sane actor out there on that show.
Yeah, that was
in the real world.
Oh, yeah.
I follow him on Twitter. He was a good. He's sane. Let's just put it that way. He's sane.
Yeah, and I forget. Is he actually? I'm going to look it up.
He's not.
He's not related to the Baldwin.
He's not related. Yeah, I looked it up years ago, and
on that TV show, it's just funny because I don't know of any place where you're going to have a destroyer or whatever flow up on someplace, and then the captain's going to lead the mission.
Yeah,
it's like you guys have people for that, right?
No.
The captain doesn't have to go on every mission. We'll have the captain go, and then that chick that works downstairs, and there's a little sexual tension. She should probably go. Maybe the cook, because you don't know we're going to need sandwiches.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a Navy SEAL guy going, and some disgruntled contractor that just happened to be there.
And
that would be me.
Truth of that story. of that
Let me ask
story is the
Let me ask a serious question here. Is anybody going to watch the Tales from the Walking Dead with Terry Crews in it?
Oh, I watched it.
I watched it too. I did, man. I watched
I
it.
haven't. I didn't even know that was a
It's
thing.
got the girl from G4 TV from back in the day when G4 was good. Now it sucks, and it's already been canceled now. But it's got the girl from Olivia Munn.
Oh, she's
in
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's in that. Yeah.
it's already out. This show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw like the
know it was
pilot
already out.
episode.
It's not good.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in so long. The
last time I watched Walking Dead was whenever they had a rocket launcher and like shot like all the bikers like from like 3 feet.
Yeah.
We're like, oh yeah,
No
it's
backlash.
good.
Yeah, he
I
did.
watched.
It's
I
comedy
watched
now.
it
It's a
tonight.
comedy.
Yeah, I don't.
It's
Yeah,
comedy.
I haven't seen it in years.
I watched it tonight, and there's 3 final episodes left. So
No spoilers. I don't want to know.
Yeah, I'm watching
terrible.
it. How it ends.
It's
That's
terrible. They missed so many.
Yeah, but
points
Alan,
on
you watch
realism.
every B and C and Q movie out there, so you're a sucker. You're a
That's true.
sucker for punishment.
it. Hey, my dad always said every movie deserved to be watched. I think he might have lied to me.
No.
But I don't want to discourage
I knew it
his
couldn't
name.
get
Some of the
any
stuff
better.
you have is like your watch parties. I'm like, how do you even find this crap?
Yeah, you got to dig deep, man.
That's what she said.
They still the perfect zombie movie still has never been made. I will say that the perfect zombie movie has never been made.
Yeah,
What's your
Those
favorite
Army of
one?
the Dead movies really crashed, didn't they?
yeah.
They really let us down.
Mine is Dawn, 1978 by the late great George Romero. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
Yep. It's probably Night
I
of the
like
Living
the
Dead
last
because I think it
Dawn
was the
of the
first one
Dead
that
in
scared
the
the
mall.
shit out of me. So
The
I was a
last
little
Dawn
kid
of
Night
the
of the Living Dead
Mall
was
was pretty
Yeah.
great.
I was just a little kid and it scared the shit out of me. And after that, I was like, I thought that would happen.
Well, I liked Savini when he directed the remake of Night of the Living Dead. I like that version of Night the best.
Yeah, that one's really good too.
He
Yep.
did
Yeah,
Savini
not
was a
bad.
good director on that. Yeah, he did great. I met him in San Antonio one time. He's a pretty cool dude.
Oh, that's
Yep.
cool. He's a Vietnam vet, right?
That's right. Combat camera.
Yeah. Tony
Yeah.
Icabella
I
says
like-
zombie. Have you ever seen that one? That's where
I like Savani and Savini from Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
With the-
I like the
with
Dust Till
with the
Dawn
dick gun that
franchise.
had the cylinders that didn't attach to the barrel at all. I'm like, I don't know how you're getting the bullets in there, but it's cool looking.
Oh man, that was
Sex
good.
machine.
Still down. Yeah, 28
That was a
Days
good
Later
vampire movie. That was pretty good.
That
I like
was.
that one.
Yeah,
That was,
28
and I
Days
don't
Later is
usually
good,
like vampire movies, but I like that one.
My
That's
favorite
good,
from the
Bob.
80s was Fright Night.
though. Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that was good.
Yeah.
Or Night of the
That-
Meteor. Is that what it is? Night
You
of the
got
Meteor?
to have-
Night of the
Oh,
Comet.
Night of the
You
Comet.
got to
Night of the
work
Comet.
all
Night of the
day.
Comet is my
Night of the
favorite.
Comet.
Yeah, that was
Nice
good.
car.
That's just because you have
Guys,
a crush on
kid pulls
Catherine
up in a
Marie
Mercedes.
Stewart.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Night
yeah,
of the
well, I've
Comet.
got her-
Remember when they're in
got
the
her up on
alley
my
and
wall
that
back there.
zombie threw that meat on the ground? That was a scary movie, man, as a kid.
Hey, here we
I
go.
have-
Hadley asked, have you guys ever thought of working on a script for the
There you
perfect
go.
zombie movie? Ah,
Daddy
yeah.
should have gotten us Uzis.
That's where she's been all these years. In your
Right.
house.
That's right. I've got her locked up.
Now, you don't want to get so realistic that it's not fun for a zombie movie, but you definitely got to be more realistic than what we've been seeing with zombie movies.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. There was always, it wasn't zombies, but Rocky Horror Picture Show. There was nothing realistic about that at all, but it was a
Stop,
hilarious
Joe.
movie.
Stop.
Joe, yeah.
Stop.
I saw you. I
Your
saw
true
you
nature is
shaking your
showing,
head.
Joe.
Wrong podcast, Joe. We already had the trans question there.
You didn't like that
Send more
movie? I thought
Paramax.
it was hilarious.
Dude, I was so pissed. I heard about how great it was, so I went and rented it. I put it in like 2 minutes later. I was like, "What the?"
No, you fucking homophobe.
Transvestites from Transylvania. That's the best part, right?
Have
I
you
like
guys
it.
ever seen that Italian zombie movie called Zombie, where the guy with
I've
the zombie
seen it. I have seen
wrestles
it.
the zombie?
Now, isn't it that's the one with that weird 10-minute scene that they put in from like the plains of Africa, right? It just didn't fit in. It didn't fit in at all in the movie.
It might be because there's another one
Yeah.
where they send the SWAT team to this
That's
island
it.
and they do
Yep,
all
that's
that.
it.
Yeah. Well, this one's the one where the girl gets pulled by the hair into the splinter, and it's just so slow. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Another one is not off
Horrible
that,
movies though.
but like Shaun of the Dead. I got a kick out of that one too. So it wasn't serious like the other ones, but it's one I'll go back and watch.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did like that, and I like one of the things I liked about it was the aftermath where they're where everything recovers and the news guy is like, I was saying, sever the head or destroy the brain. I never thought I would say that on the air. I like that little bit where it was like everything's getting back to normal and everybody's like, what the fuck were we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, just the way they're like,
and they had the game show with the zombies trying to do stuff. I'm like, there'd totally be a reality show with using zombies in some way.
Well, that was in the original one too. Like towards the end when all the good old boys with their shotguns and pickup trucks are around taking headshots, knocked them out. This is how I feel.
Because I'm a man.
What was that? Wormwood? You seen that one?
Which one?
Wormwood.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't get through that one.
I never saw it, but I saw a lot of like clips of it, and I'm like, oh, this looks like a good show. And then I never
It's
went
pretty
Alan
crazy.
style on it.
It's pretty
I
out
tried
there.
it. That's kind of like I know Alan probably watched Dead Snow.
Oh yeah.
Nazi one. It's kind of like that. It's like
Dead Snow.
Yeah.
That's a classic, John.
Dead Snow Part 2
If they
has
could have
got
just
my,
kept
my nomination for the best use of entrails in a movie.
Oh yeah. That's the one with Martin Starr, right? From that comedian. That was pretty funny.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah,
simple
Red
to
Red
make a lot
versus
of money
Dead.
right now. If you're in Hollywood, it would be simple to make a lot of money right now. And here's what you can be woke. It's okay. You can be woke as you want to be, but don't write woke.
yeah.
You know, I agree with that.
Yeah, you can leave all that out.
Well, and they
Yeah.
actually like a lot of stuff like when they actually try to have a woke movie, it doesn't do well, and it's like what?
Flops.
Why isn't this doing well? Oh, it's our culture. Yeah, but
Yeah.
Everything you wanted.
And I'm not saying, hey, don't be woke. Go ahead, be woke all you want, but don't write woke.
Well,
Yeah,
and they
that's
try
the
to
thing,
shoehorn stuff in there based on the reality that they're in Hollywood and they know way more gay people or trans people than your average American.
Sure.
So they try to
Well,
shoehorn
not
all this
Alan.
stuff in there, and it just doesn't resonate
Sure.
with people because we don't
Right.
see it like they do.
Right. I'm in the panhandle of Florida. We definitely don't see it the same way they do.
I'm in Starbuck, Minnesota. We are a little lean on homosexuals here.
Well, that doesn't. You know what?
you're
I've never heard that said before.
I don't care if that's in there. Really, I mean, like,
Are you recruiting or what?
The thing that's weird.
I never
It's like-
minded them. They were fun.
It's like
They
when
actually really
like
are.
The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead kind of went a little overboard with some of this woke stuff. All the messaging in there. I think that was a big part of their downfall in that, and killing off certain characters in certain ways.
Yep.
And I think that if we just keep the identity politics out of writing and just write a good story, I mean, if you have a gay character, so what? Fine, have a gay character.
Yeah.
If you have a whatever character,
Well,
so what? But don't make that
and-
the plot of the story. Just make a good story. That's all you
So
have to do.
I actually had
One of the lines I have in
stories
the work-
kind of write themselves, and when you're trying to force that identity politics in or a political agenda into your novel, it is forced, and people will read it, and it will read like crap.
Right.
I mean, just
Yeah.
like
I
you
actually
said,
had a
Gail,
gay
just write
character.
your novel.
I actually had a
Right.
gay character in one of my post-apocalyptic books, and his.
There you go.
But there was like it was the series, but I did it that way because he had like an identity crisis. Like everybody else was trying to repopulate the earth, and he's like, well, I don't do that. And so it was kind of like, well, what good are you to our society? It's kind of how. So
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
Now,
I
I
have a
never
line
said this
in my
before, but
work
one
in-
of my characters is black, and I've never said it, and I'll never tell which reader which one it is. But I've got a main character in one of my novels that's black, and I don't ever mention color in my novels because it's irrelevant to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't.
the same way.
usually
I don't
but-
either.
well,
Well, and people can project that on how they're casting that movie in their head while they're reading.
Sure. That's up to them. That's up to the reader. Yeah.
And I've got a line in one of the one of my works in progress where there's, it's always, there's like the legacy military, and they're training the civilians because that's kind of all that's left in the interior of the country. And one of the civilians, the guy training him is yelling at him, and they said, I prefer to be called they, them. And the guy's going to point to the zombies that are out there eating somebody and say, they don't give a fuck what you're called, and neither do I. And so, I mean, it's just going to be, hey, you're gonna eat or get eaten, so get busy, and I'm not going to waste time on this stupid shit.
Yeah.
This is not
That's
the
what
time
I'm
to
you're
fight
right.
for it.
Yep.
I see there's a question from Jan. How likely is it for me to ever watch a day-by-day Armageddon movie? The same likelihood as it is to watch a movie from anyone else on your screen right now. We don't control it. It's completely random. Sometimes you get discovered, and then you'll sign a release for your manuscript. But the writers don't control this very much, not unless you're someone like Stephen King or something like that. Just to answer your question, Jan, I appreciate your readership.
Send notes to Netflix.
Yep. Yeah, do that. Let's do that.
Well, we are starting to see a lot of novels to screen through Netflix.
Our books will become movies, but they just won't acknowledge it. It'll just be chunks of our books being used in movies.
I believe that has already. I believe that has already happened.
Yeah,
I've seen
always see a
Zombieland. You guys saw
that were
Zombieland
that were written by some friends of
Yellow
mine.
Hummer.
Yeah. They rip off everybody. So
yeah, they do.
I mean, but if you think about it, if you were a writer on a zombie show, are you gonna just sit home in your closet, or are you gonna? I know Joe came out of the closet just recently, but are you gonna watch all these shows and read these books? Right? You're gonna read stuff, but it's gonna pick up.
I'm going back in. I'm
just wrap yourself in that shower curtain, Joe.
Shower curtain.
The shower curtain was nice. Thanks for sending me one after you tore my last one.
Well, I fell down all the lube. You're a trip hazard, Joe.
Mike, I don't know, sci-fi. I don't think anybody on this panel here that you're watching would say no to sci-fi if it was done well or whatever.
Yeah.
And those of you out there, when you hand over the keys to your manuscript to a production company or producer, when you hand those keys over, it's like giving away the keys to your first car that you just sold. You don't control what happens to that car anymore.
Yep.
When you know this too, Jail. I mean, freaking even traditional publishing, like.
Yeah.
You write your book, and then the editors come in and they're like, well, this really needs to say this and that, and you can fight them on it, or you can just not get your money. So.
I have I come from the South, and I don't think what I said was offensive, but I've had my my manuscript censored in a way before, because one of the characters I said he sat down Indian style, because that's how when I was a kid, that's what they said. And that was censored out of my novel, and a few other things were censored out.
Did they change it to crisscross applesauce?
I think they said, I don't know I forgot what it was.
Cross-legged.
And then I put an ex-president in as what a carrier was named after in the future. I put a former president name on a carrier in the future, and that was immediately.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I learned a couple of things this weekend that don't have anything to do with what we're talking about, but I found them interesting. Did you know it costs 11 cents for the government to make a nickel?
Wow.
Yeah, because the nickel and copper prices. That's why it's better to go stockpile nickels.
Costs almost 5 cents to make a penny.
Yeah, what about those quarters they're going to make?
It
costs about 6 cents to make a dime.
Yeah, because they're doing commemorative quarters, I saw. So they can celebrate random nonsense. And I was like,
thanks,
yeah,
Bobby.
it's probably going to cost more to make those.
And you were talking about the currency earlier.
Hi, Laura.
Hey, Laura.
Only 26% of the currency in circulation is actually hard currency. The rest of it's digital.
Yeah.
So 76% of the world's currency is under the control of the government, basically, whichever government you're under.
This is 100 days of a Roman soldier's salary in my hand right here.
Wow.
A Roman soldier was paid 1/10 of an ounce of silver. 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 1/10 of an ounce of And the average world citizen lives on 1/10 of an ounce of silver as far as that much money per day. Our money's a joke. Our money's a complete joke.
I have a Trump $1,000 bill somebody sent
Well,
me.
that kind of sucks.
I mean, our money, what happens, I can't print this. Nobody can print this.
Can't eat it
But
either.
you can print. No, you can't eat it. You're right. But you can't eat bullets, but you can use them to eat, right? There's a lot of things, right?
Do you really think if the economy crashed that we would go right into silver and gold, or would we go into something?
No.
It'd be commodities, other type of bartering.
I think that cash will be king in the initial stages of a collapse. Actually, paper cash, because the bank runs, they'll shut the banks down. Nobody will have cash. The credit cards will be shut down. I think in the first week, having cash will be king.
Yeah, but it quickly becomes worthless.
Yeah, absolutely. After that week, it's over.
Yeah,
you can light your fire with it after that.
After about 3 or 4 days, you're better off.
You can just look at Argentina
as a barter tool.
Yep.
They couldn't get a potato, so it doesn't. When the economy's crashing, and if you're trying to, you can't trade a gold bar for a potato if it's the last potato in town. So.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, everybody says gold and silver, but in a post-apocalyptic world, how do you cash in gold and silver? I mean, what are people going to use? I mean, people would want like stainless steel and bullets and steel.
I think the answer is everything, Joe. You have to have this. You have to have bullets. You have to have guns.
Yeah,
you have to have food. You have to have water. You have to have everything. Right. That's the answer.
Because gold and silver is still kind of a useless metal to get when you're starving, and I mean, you would rather get a gun, or you'd rather get bullets, or you'd rather get something else.
Yeah, so, I mean, I agree with that. But once you've already got all your food and water settled away, I'd rather store a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit of money in this.
I agree.
Better than paper.
Yeah, paper. I agree with your analogy that first week it might be good, but then it's gone.
If all else fails, you can make bullets out of that silver.
Yeah, kill werewolves with it.
That's true. And I think
bullets and band-aids. Yep, David.
I think werewolves are going to be prevalent in the post-apocalypse.
I read that somewhere.
Now, I think that after that first week, though, things are going to get real weird. You're going to have your neighbor kicking in your front door.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's all about food after the first 3 days or 4 days.
Yeah. Things are going to get real weird. And that
people
power
are nice
plant worker.
Until their kids are hungry.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then when that coal doesn't, I live right here on the water, and I see the coal barge go by to my power plant every day. What happens when that coal barge stops running? It's over.
Beans, bullets, Battlestar Galactica. Love the reference.
Yeah.
Well, see, these are all
you're on mute, Joe.
Perfect.
You're crazy, but you're on mute.
Who's on mute?
Joe.
Oh, Joe's on mute. Yeah.
I was going to say, Laura just said that medicine would be good to have for the beginning of the apocalypse, because
antibiotics, vitamins,
medical knowledge,
medical supplies,
methamphetamine, pot, stuff like that.
Yeah.
What was it the Rift where the guy had he took all the reference books from the library and put them in a septic tank, sealed it up? I think it was the Rift, right? It was like
I don't know, but that's pretty cool. He made his own little vault out of a septic tank.
Yeah,
I read that too. Yeah.
Yeah, he took all the books. He went to the reference section as the world was falling apart, threw them all in like a big trash bag, popped the lid on a septic tank and buried it, and then he kept the location on a piece of paper. And it was somewhere towards the end of the book, after the world was gone, he gave that to somebody to rebuild.
Hey Kyle, to answer your question, I'm not a prepper. I mean, I have weapons and ammunition, and that's about it.
Yeah, I'm not one either. I got stuff.
I'm not a prepper either.
Brian used to prep, but then his kids made a TikTok video about it. And
then they drank on my
Jan has a question. Anybody planning to live off grid? I am, Jan, planning to live off grid. I don't currently live off grid. I live on the grid power here on the Gulf Coast, which is tenuous at best. When we have a hurricane, I was out of power 10 days. I had to run a generator and some solar to keep me going. But I do intend to, in the future, be off the grid. That's my intent. Right now, I'm
living
working,
with JL.
Yeah, I'm moving in with him.
Yeah, we're gonna form a commune on JL's property.
Have you guys seen that Twilight Zone episode where the guy had the bunker and everybody laughed at him? And then the bomb hit, and then he's
Yeah.
But then he ended up being entombed in concrete, right? At the end.
I don't
There's never a good ending on those.
So many
guy was
of
down there
those
just chilling
Twilight Zones were awesome. Like the
Hey,
guy
David
who
Mugga,
just
Lundy has an answer to you for that one.
and then breaks his glasses. That was terrible, horrible.
You
A
wanna
lot
talk
of people
about
don't think
EMP?
that the EMP is going to be as big as it is. I don't know. I don't know a lot about. I know a little about EMP, but I don't know. Yeah.
I always
think
wonder if EMP
It would be
is
real
gonna
if you could do it, but I don't think you could do it. It's just
I always
the
wonder
way-
if EMP
the
is
way to
going to
do
be
an
like
EMP, you'd have to blast it.
Y2K.
So like if you want to keep the resources of a location without like really messing places up, but you want to get rid of the population, what you do is you have a high altitude nuclear burst. Radiation, hits the population, infrastructure, and everything is still there, the radiation fades fairly quickly from a high altitude burst.
You'd have to hit like the grid just right though to one of the hubs, because the EMP will definitely take you out, but most cars are shielded now. Will start right back up. Most electronics you'll reboot, they'll go right back up. But if you take out critical infrastructure like a grid or a big like when they had the East Coast power outage, that one.
Yeah, I remember that.
That
It
one
was a
powerhouse
branch
went
hitter.
out, and the whole East Coast went out. If you could take that out with an EMP, then maybe. But it's not like 1950s anymore. And I know if you Google it, you can find really quick how much it's been tested, how shielded we are now. I mean, even underground power lines. You're not going to.
Well, and how much of the system could you take out with one nuclear missile? I mean, you wouldn't.
Well, you don't need a nuclear missile. Like a truckload of C4 could take out a city.
No, I'm talking about the EMP, because it's gonna hit like a fish sonar, where it's gonna hit a section of the earth.
Yeah, most of the grids are made to
line of
balance
sight.
enough, so,
Line of sight.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to.
So you need thousands
hit
of
them
them
in
all
waves.
around the earth in order to shut down the earth completely. Correct?
I think a solar flare could do it. A solar storm could do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because you could get.
But it would have to
area.
be. It would have to be direct hit with a solar flare because we've been hit multiple times with ones that weren't a direct shot, and the chance of a
Carrington
solar
event
flare.
set telegraph lines on fire.
Yep, that was the last one. But that
It's
has
not
to
like
be
direct
from
hit,
the
though, it's
sun
wide area.
to here.
Yeah.
But
it has to be wide area because the grids are made to like switch back and forth. So you have to, if you did like a nuke with high altitude nukes, you'd have to hit, carpet bomb in a certain area over a certain amount of time. And I don't know. Look how Russia's fighting Ukraine. Do you think they could do that?
Yeah.
Do you guys read what Laura just asked?
North Korea. Are you sure that was North Korean bombers? That must be Russian bombers. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think it's Russian.
North Korea's Air Force is terrible.
Yeah, they
run out of gas on the way back. So it was Russian.
Broncos.
They run out of, are they electric bombers?
Kim Jong's been firing missiles, but he's just trying to hold off Godzilla. So
yeah. I love that.
Hey, Chance, thanks for that. These guys definitely like to see that.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
We do. Any more books? Were we talking about it? Any more books? Anybody working on one for Five Roads?
Yeah, I am, but it's slow going. I probably won't really get any time off until after December 7th. And if I can focus and keep my ass in the chair, hopefully I can make some progress on one over the break.
Good. Any other guys?
Did you say December 7th?
Yes.
A day that will live in infamy.
It will always remember. It's also the end of my busy season.
Yeah.
The
I got a couple coming out here at the first of the year. One is a new fantasy series that I've started up, and the other one I'm probably gonna publish that under a pseudonym.
God, I've got one sitting with the publishing company. I did one for 6 months now. They keep saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it." It's like, please.
Oh, you've already
Yeah,
written
Dan,
it
check
and
it
they're
out.
messing with it? Yeah.
Huh? Joe?
You've already written it and they're just waiting
Yeah.
to...
Yep. Yeah. It's just sitting there waiting for them to,
Who's-
because they're making a
who's that
movie
with,
right now,
Alan?
so they're
Oh.
it's kind of low priority for them. So
Nice.
A movie of one of your books?
no, I think it's zombie titties or something like that.
Sign me up. Sign me up.
God damn it, Alan, you got to try harder.
No, that's not my book.
God.
I
I'm
know.
gonna
Oh
wait
my
for the movie
gosh.
on that.
Hey guys, I can't thank you enough for coming on the show with us tonight. We appreciate it. It's going live. You might get comments, you might not. A lot of people showed up, it sounds like, and thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks
Are
a
you
lot.
cutting them loose, Joe?
for-
Or what?
Are we
No,
done?
I'm not cutting them loose. I'm just saying my
Good.
thank yous before you cut me off.
Oh, sorry.
Real quick for the people that are interested in Five Roads or any of our books, I'm just kind of scrolling the prices right now. Amazon has been going through, if you're looking for paperback, they've been going through and like slashing prices on books on paperbacks, trying to get people to buy them. So there are some great deals out there. On some Five Roads looks like it's selling pretty well, so most of these are still up around $10 or more, but some of them have been cut a little bit. My whole series, my Zed's World series, I think you can get all 4 books for like $15 right now.
That's a deal.
So if you're looking for paperback, at least in the U.S. stores, go check out the pages for all of us and see what you can get at those reduced prices. A couple of my books are like $4.50 paperback. That's how you can't beat that price. That's almost as good as the ebook.
Hashtag buy Rich's books.
Buy my
Well,
books.
check all of them, man. I haven't checked everybody's, but Brian's
Yeah.
only got like 400 out there. So
Oh yeah, he's the real writer here, man.
Yep,
Hats off.
that is. Chance Thompson asked, any thoughts of a Five Roads to Texas graphic novel?
If you want to
You know, that would be all out of our realm of expertise.
If I drew a
You
comic, it'd look like the inside of a Porta John. So
We know what it'd
Yeah.
be. Book
It'd be nothing
page
but-
after
it'd be
page.
nothing but
Only
Tom
if you
Hanks.
like-
Page to page to page of
it's gonna be all.
pictures,
It's gonna be Sharpie and blue walls. That's it.
Yeah.
Poorly drawn talking dicks.
Thanks, Colby.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's working on that G-bone thing really hard.
Yeah. We have in the past talked about doing another novel like that. It wouldn't be Five Roads to Texas, but I don't know if people lost interest or just put it on the back burner for now. So we'll see what the future brings. Phalanx Press, or Phalanx Press, as Brian likes to Phalanx Press is we're going strong, and we're going to stay together, and we'll be together for a while. So who knows what we'll come up with in the future. I'm hopeful that we will, but if we don't, we're still going to be friends. I mean, we talk together all the time, and it's a good crew.
Yep. Joe is the crust that holds us together.
Yep.
The
I can
crust.
try, Hadley. I can try.
Yeah, and if you believe that, I've got a ton of books I want to sell you.
We're just one
Oh, well,
crusty
I do
stock
actually.
over here.
Yeah.
Hey, Laura, I'm not trying to like devo the conversation here, but like for Veterans Day coming up, like all my shit's on sale. Like book ones are free. So
Yeah, and we always, one of us is always running a free book. I think John's first W2F book is free, right? Or am I wrong?
I don't know.
I think that's how I got it. I think I got it free.
I haven't looked at my
Let me check my
KDP or Amazon
secretary.
stuff in months. It's probably been 3 months since I even logged into KDP and looked at my book. I
Yeah,
used to
we
check
always
it
have
like
free
every
books.
minute.
You
I
just
used to
lost
every minute I was
interest in
looking at
this
it. Now I
shit.
don't even look at it.
Yeah, when you first start writing, it's crazy. It's
like
yeah.
reading reviews.
Yeah, every single day you're on there.
3 months later, you say, "Well, yeah, maybe I'll go read a review or so."
Well, every
Yeah.
now I get like
Yeah.
a royalty check. I'm like, oh wow, look at that. And then the other time I'm like, oh shit, that sucked.
Yeah, Joe, when you first get started, you get those reviews, and you get like a 1-star review, and it just eats you up. You just
Yeah.
Yeah.
you just want to find the person and strangle them, and now it's just laughable.
Yeah.
And now
I don't
you're
even
just
look at
like,
that
"Dude,
anymore."
I haven't even
You
read
picked it
Yeah.
up, Hadley. That's right. That's exactly right.
That's
Well, I have
exactly
12
it.
readers apparently anyway. So, what was the one
I
guy?
had
Palace,
I got a
Palace Press.
House press.
I got a 5-star review that said they
Phalanx.
especially liked the way that the vampires interacted with people. Like,
What?
I think you're reviewing a different book, but thank you for the 5-star.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
But
think
we'll, we'll
Thanks,
see
man.
those collabs with 5 authors, 6 authors, very hard, very time consuming to put together. I probably spent maybe a quarter of the time writing that I did reorganizing it,
There you
and
go.
then I gave it to Brian, and he spent equally as much time reorganizing it.
Yeah, he's
Brian was
really
really the one that
Your part was
Before
on-
we
really
could
the one
send
that
it-
pulled that together.
Before we could send it
Yeah.
to an editor, so
And then I ended up rewriting
It's a
Joe's
lot
story
of
anyway. So. I wrote Joe's story. I wrote Alan's.
Yeah.
I wrote Rich's, most of Rich's.
well, you had to, John, or it was just going to suck.
John wrote
Yeah.
all of it. We're just puppets.
Yeah,
Once
we
I took out all the,
we're
once
just
we
like
took all
right
the
to the
trans
coattails.
stuff out of Joe's, there was really nothing left. Just
Well,
inspiration, really.
You even wrote the forward too, right? It wasn't JL.
No.
You wrote the forward.
I wrote
No,
the forward.
we're all
I did
just
write the
here
forward.
as like a tax scheme for him. We're just here to be like for his tax
Yeah, you
schemes.
guys just.
Lumby's world, we're all living in it.
Still a better story than Twilight. Thank you,
This
Hadley.
is the Matrix. I just pushed it up.
Talking about a great reference from the past, man.
We could do the new Twilight. That would be good. It'd be easy. You guys
Yeah.
do
Oh
Twilight?
yeah.
Oh, thanks.
I have been researching werewolves.
You want to do a gay werewolf story, or
Yeah, a gay
you got the
werewolf.
beard already?
Ow.
I need to grow a beard. What the hell, man?
Maybe it's not gay, and it just fell in love with someone of its own sex.
I meant
There you
happy.
go.
I meant like happy.
Because we don't know if werewolves have different sexes, right? I mean,
Right. And gay
Well, I
is so
think people that
misunderstood.
turn into wolves.
What if you could switch your sex when you werewolf?
well,
That
Joe
would
would
be
be
good.
a werewolf then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be like the super cute werewolf from the Howling One.
Yeah.
Remember the
Yeah.
newscaster whenever
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
Teen
Teen Wolf.
If Joe could
He'd turn
change his
into like a
gender and become a
corgi or
werewolf,
something.
he wouldn't stop licking himself.
Turn into like a poodle or a corgi, something like that. And
Yeah.
Hump legs.
Laura, you got the start of a good book right there.
Run
Yes.
around
Arthur
on
Haggis
legs.
Award. Yep.
I don't have
That's it. That's a winner.
Yep.
they find you like you always wake up like outside of a glory hole with dog treats all over the floor.
Oh my God.
Oh, Mike, yeah.
Hey, at least you know where
Van-
Alan's working.
Red Rocket, Red
Vampires
Rocket.
suck. If you watch Vampires
Oh my
suck,
God.
it ruins the whole Twilight series
Oh my
even
God.
more.
So you really can't be thin-skinned and be in this group. It just does not work. If you get your feelings hurt a lot, just stay away from us.
Yeah, Joe used to get his feelings hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Toughened up a
Yeah,
little
you
bit.
did.
You used
To
to
answer your
you were-
question, Chance, it's China.
Can you say that again?
China.
Say that again, JL.
China.
Woo-hoo.
China.
China.
That's good.
Did Joe shit himself again?
Laura, you start
Complicated.
working on that book.
Complicated business. Complicated business.
He's writing down the notes.
So important.
Corgis and poodles.
Asshole says
So
I'm a werewolf
important.
who identifies
So
as a gay
important.
vampire who's
So
really
important.
a Bigfoot.
That's
You
his
guys
top
are-
10 right there.
You guys
That's his
got
top 10.
award-winning books right here, mass sellers, right there.
That's his
Work
top
on
10,
them.
buddy.
Hey,
Joe just comes
Joe,
in, casually throws
I
his
know
dice.
you went and got a napkin.
Put on some pants,
Camera's
man.
on. Leave your pants on.
I'm fighting a cold here, guys. Give me a break.
See Joe comes back, casually tosses his diaper.
You guys know a book that helped me when I wanted to think about. I had to write a couple scripts before. This book right here. I don't know if you can see it or not.
No.
I gotta turn this.
No.
Amazing.
Dang it, put my face on it, or I don't know how to
Blur
get it
it
to
out.
work. All right, let me fix that. I'm going to fix that. So you guys, it's called the Screenwriter's Bible. It's a really good. This one really helped me write a screenplay. I would recommend that if you guys ever find yourself wanting to write a screenplay.
What did you write a screenplay for?
Oh, it was just for a comic. But when you write a comic, when you write the script for it, so the illustrators can draw the pages,
Sure.
they can they can look at that and draw it better, have more descriptions.
Cool.
Let's see, how do I do this background here?
While you're doing that, hey Jan, I believe WJ's got books in German.
Oh, yeah.
JL, you've got books in German, right?
Yeah, I do.
And Brian, do you?
No.
No. Rich?
They're available. Should be available in Germany. I don't know if they're in German.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Germany. But
definitely-
JL and
However, Amazon handles that.
yeah, I mean, we should have them all over the place. But
Yeah, you got to get a
There you go.
translator, and then
yeah.
like BabbleCube. If you go on BabbleCube, you can get them done pretty good. I mean, it's kind of the same as you do an audiobook. You go into BabbleCube, and it recruits translators. The problem is, like, you don't know if they're shit or not because you don't speak the language that they're translating. So they send it back to you, and you're like, oh, it looks good, and you run it through Google Translate, and you're like, yeah, maybe, I don't know. Then you get a native speaker, and they're like, man, this is shit. I don't know. It is what it is. Like 5 rows would be.
Tell you, Jan, is on the books that I've put out. I put them out for every market that Amazon does print in. So I don't know why. I don't know why 5 roads wouldn't be available there.
Is it English though, or are you talking about the German language version?
I don't know.
She said language doesn't matter. She just can't get a hard copy.
Yeah, it should be there then.
Yeah, I know mine. I had a German person talk to me about the surnames I used in one of my books.
Have any of you guys done the hardcover thing?
I have not.
Yeah, I've done it.
I got a couple. They're pretty.
Yeah,
You did, Brian?
Yeah, I got 2 in hardcover.
Is it worth it? Do you think, Brian?
What do you mean worth it? You're just like, all you do is change the formatting, and you do it yourself, bro.
That's a lot.
It's annoying, but I mean,
yeah,
that's a lot of work.
Formatting's a little bit of work, but I mean, you're not gonna get like.
Yeah, I mean,
and you got to get the cover adjusted.
I've sold less than 10%, like way less than 10% of the 2 books I have in hardcover versus paperbacks.
Okay, that's what I was getting at. Was it
maybe 5% even? So.
Yeah, it's going to be more expensive just because of the formatting, but they're cool to have.
Yeah, it's cool to have.
Sign.
So yeah,
they're nice to sign.
Are we missing any questions? Are we behind?
I'm grabbing. Here we go. Hadley says we're great. Thank you.
I was probably.
I don't know. I disagree with that.
All guts and no glory except for the glory hole, sparkling house. You should join the dome there, Laura.
Yeah.
See,
there you go, Joe. There's your title.
Okay, we're behind on that.
Futuristic robots. No, I don't know if I'm going to write any more futuristic robots, David. Maybe. Tell me if I need to. What else?
You need to.
Brian's got some.
What does he got? Where's Brian's? Oh, he's got robots. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian's got sex robots.
There's sex robots.
Yeah, those are like some really good books too.
If you guys haven't read Brian's Easy
that is
Count
my
series, that's
my
amazing.
go-to when I'm mowing the lawn. I put on those that whole series.
Is that a lot of euphemism for something?
Hold on, here we go.
I do have a trademark on Star Fox.
I love you, Ashley.
When we get sex robots, Star Fox is my trademark.
Well, I like I still like the toilet that tells you what drugs you did the night before and if you're sick.
Yeah.
That's clever.
Yeah, I still like your beginning of 5 roads.
I just did a tweet for it, and the review. Hold on, let me go find it.
The beginning of 5 roads is the one part that I don't like when people think I wrote it.
This is one review. I was looking for a soundbite for a tweet to promote 5 roads, and I came across this one, and this just cracked me up.
King of the glory holes. That's what it was.
I was laughing so hard at the first chapter. It could quite possibly be the very best start to a book that I've ever seen. It's pure genius. I think this is Brian's mom. It's certainly the best story collaboration ever.
She's dead.
Oh man!
Oh, you gotta do that.
Whoever this was, Jennifer P. Just absolutely loved the start of the book, and that hooked her for the rest of the series.
Oh yeah, where is this podcast going right now?
It's going into robots and sex. And robots and doom. Yeah, there you got it, Dave.
All right, there we go.
I don't know. That's up to my producer. He's my technician.
Brian shower scene in book 1. Yep, Hadley agrees.
That was the start of it all.
Yeah.
I think it's the
Chance.
snake skin that got stuck to something.
Cool,
I can't
Chance.
remember that. I was like, man, I hope I didn't write that.
I think Lundy write that?
And the
I
fact
think
that he was,
Lundy
the
only
fact
wrote
that he was
3
so wasted,
chapters
he
and
couldn't
got
remember
credit for the
who
whole
he was
damn
with.
book. Oh yeah,
Night,
well,
Dave.
all the stuff he deleted from mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, waking up and not knowing if you were with a dude the night before. People
Hey, that
ask,
was Brian's.
I know. People ask, do you include parts of your own life in the writing? And I was like, well, I think Brian does.
Yeah.
Any hole's a goal, right?
Yep.
I would be like, no, I'm not a little girl running through the woods avoiding zombies.
I don't
Besides,
know.
No, I don't write my own life into that.
Our books are very woke. We don't judge.
Very woke.
Very, very.
I don't think there's an offensive thing in there.
Look at these little juice box sizes of Knob Creek. Isn't that nice?
Never seen that before.
It's like a little single serving.
You can take it in your lunchbox.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
take it in your lunchbox.
what's it called?
Knob Creek.
Knob
Creek.
Yeah, you've been there before, huh?
Oh yeah.
You've been to Knob Creek plenty of times.
Yep. Everybody gets wet at Knob Creek. Not bad though.
When we were down in Tennessee, I bought a bunch of moonshine at one of those moonshine shops where you go and you do all the sample shots and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's still up in the cabinet. I haven't touched it since.
Hey, good night, Eric. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Thanks, Eric.
Yeah, the bear.
Ooh,
The
the
bear is
bear.
pretty awesome seeing.
Yeah.
The bear.
There.
I like the bear in that Trilobite series. That was good.
Yep.
Yep.
That's good.
Thank you, guys. I like his avatar too, man. Rest in peace,
Yeah, Chris.
Farley. Yeah.
The man.
Fan
He wouldn't make it today. He wouldn't be able to be around. No way.
Oh no. Oh hell, he would be fired within a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rockefeller Plaza would have this shit out on the street.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah, him and
he would
Sam
have all
Kinison the same way.
the whole crew would be
Oh yeah.
crying.
Oh,
Sam
Andrew Dice
Kinison the
Clay.
same way. He would be.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, Andrew Dice Clay back in the day. How many of them did he get to just boycott his show and walk off? More than Trump, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
Hickory
him getting
dickory
interviewed by a guy. I saw him getting.
Hickory dock.
Yeah.
Then he fucked her.
Jack and Jill went up the hill.
Whoa!
Fuck in a quarter.
You know, he's
Oh,
still
man.
doing stand-up too. He's
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he's
saw him
hurting now.
on
He's
YouTube the other
hilarious.
day. He's still funny. Yeah.
yeah.
This freaking what he do with his cigarette thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I
an
saw him
asshole,
get
that.
interviewed by a guy who didn't know anything about him, and he just trashed the guy and walked off. It was
Laura's
pretty
right.
good.
That's
Laura's
the whole
100%
difference
right.
in,
Laura is
Hey,
right. It devolved
his
into this
movie,
every
The Adventures
time.
of Ford Fairlane, though, I love that movie.
Not my fault.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I put
Oh, yeah.
that in Dead Island Dose. That the drug lord showed these horrible movies, and Ford Fairlane was one of them. And made the bad guy watch it. You know,
I love
and
that
had an
movie.
Andrew Dice
What,
Clay impersonator
Did you think
at a
we'd
party
hang the
there.
koala?
I think I
That's
really
a
like.
real,
I think I really like Laura.
I think
That's a
she's
real
funny.
class warfare, though. You know.
I've never seen Laura until today. It's the first time I've seen her. She must be
Yeah.
a friend of y'all's. I don't know her
Yeah,
very well, but
She shows up to the Watching Weird and
That's cool.
Weird Reality
Nice.
podcast. She's pretty cool.
Hey,
If
what
you
kind
don't,
of? I
Wait,
saw
so
your
hold on.
comment.
Joe says, I think I really like Laura, and grabs his napkin and walks off screen.
The two
Oh
class
my
warfare,
God.
though, it's like people that have watched Clay and who think it's funny, and then the people that don't. It's not a race thing.
Yeah.
The real class warfare is all about.
Amazing
stuff
how
like that.
quick you can get things done when
The
you're.
guys that played
Poker.
Cowboys and
he
Indians. and the
heard
kids that
you.
didn't.
He heard you. He has his trucker. His trucker hat. Oh my God. Joe, does that thing reach all the way into like the Circle K restroom from the big rig, that headset?
Well, I got a direct connection to Alan's glory hole, just because I like to hear the
Like
complaints. But
That's how when he
Max,
runs
welcome,
the
Max.
Hey,
Welcome,
man.
he's
Max.
running the drive-through.
I thought you said you'd take your teeth out.
Oh my God,
Remember that guy?
we are all
Alan?
going to hell.
Yeah. You didn't get a tip that night, did you?
Chapstick, Joe, chapstick.
Not Joe again.
Joe's
He's got the
drive-through
blue
glory
pills
hole
going
attendant.
on. You could tell.
That's right. That's right.
So, what else is there after this?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to continue. Go ahead.
What was the start of this show? Why did we do this show? What was the deal? What was the nexus for it?
Because my other show sucked and it wasn't getting any interviews. So
What
I just
other
thought
show?
see,
No one
that's
knows he's heard
kind
of.
of the issue, isn't it?
He wasn't getting enough subscribers to his OnlyFans.
So we just gonna
Oh
do
my
it.
goodness.
What other
Oh, my
show
goodness.
when you've all been on it before? Come on now.
Yes. Well,
I think you
well,
should
when
just
Lundy,
do the.
when Lundy and I went on it, we
Cocaine's
had to
a hell of a
hide that
drug.
footage in like a I don't even want to say where we're going to hide it because you guys will say something off
Yeah.
of that. We had to put it in a safe place.
Yeah, the NSA had to scrub
Like
that
my
one.
gold
Well,
watch.
you know, and I talked to Lundy before that show, and Lundy said,
I had
he
this-
says, I don't
kept
think
this
you should
gold
worry
watch
about it
in
being
my ass for
political.
5 years.
You should just get on and talk about whatever. So that's what we did. And
Yeah.
It was beyond political though. That wasn't.
And
even
here we go.
political.
It's going into that way right now. I got to
should-
watch
no,
myself.
we're done. It's live. Well, you're already committed.
It's
Do
too late
the,
now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
At least he
out.
didn't ask me to wear the short kimono this time.
You know,
I missed that
if you gotta-
kimono.
If you got to sue someone, you're going to have to sue Weird Realities, and there ain't no money there. So,
Hey,
don't
did
even
you
waste
shave
your
this time, Rich?
Well, I
Shave
shaved. I'm not going to show you where.
No, he used the Nair.
Let's talk about that kimono.
Nair the taint, man. Not shave.
We wear
Manscaped.
short.
Did you have gray sweatpants
Hey,
though? Like a couple of the cool guys in the group?
Oh, the gray sweatpants, aka manjere.
Yeah.
It's that
The
season now. Even down here, I wear them.
You gotta.
So
You gotta
I
let 'em-
decided to get away from the one-on-one interviews, and I'm doing these
Yeah.
roundtable things, and I thought I'd try it with you guys, and
Yeah.
Let us finish
damn
the
it, I
show.
think it's working out.
Yeah.
So when I do these shows, you guys will be welcome to come on anytime if you have a beef or a gripe or want to
I
advertise.
think you have
a
to
book.
go. I recommend you go green screen, Joe.
Green screen,
Put,
not and just
like-
not me on it.
No, have you there, but church up
Blur it
the
out.
production. Have a green screen and all that stuff. Get one of these. I can't say the word because I'm live. I'll get canceled. Get one of these right here. Just have it in front of you, all official,
Yeah.
like this, and then it just looks
Wait
like.
a minute. What is that?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What is that?
Boing.
It's articulated
Where's the
rib for
boing?
his pleasure.
Oh man!
So you got to go.
I
to a
would
big
like
one.
one of those, but should I get a microphone too?
You want one that kind of comes out from up here,
Yeah, I do. You're absolutely right. I do.
Could you take Joe? Could you take this or not?
Oh, absolutely.
I
What
guess
What are we
I'll-
doing, man?
Child's play, Lundy. We used to play with those in the backyard.
Yeah, they just fall right out.
Oh, hello.
Like throwing a hot dog down a
My
hallway.
publisher. Oh, I'm canceled. I'm fired.
Damn it! Not again.
Okay. Hey, Dale, you know why he doesn't want to change that? Because it
Yeah.
makes him feel at home in the bathroom. Right there.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
know?
You're right.
He does his
Yeah.
best work in the bathroom.
Yeah, we all do.
I thought he was running a drive-through, and he keeps stepping off to work the hole.
You guys got to remember, I'm old. I don't go outside anymore. It's got to come to me.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
don't know. I hope you like become the next Joe Rogan, Joe. That's what I hope. The next famous
Totally.
Joe.
Yeah. I don't know really why I'm doing it. I enjoy it. It's fun, but
That's why you do it then. That's the only reason you need.
Where I am right now.
There was no great calling to do a podcast.
Yeah.
I really like Hadley, who is kind of the boss of this whole thing.
I didn't know that.
She told me, she said, Joe, you're going to do a show. And I said, okay. And she and I go, what show? What kind of show? And she said, whatever you come up with. So, this is me trying to come up with something.
Joe's a bitch.
All right.
Yeah. She gave me
That's what he's
Alan, though. She said, Alan's going to help me. And so anytime I have a question, I say, Alan, what do you think about this? And he says, I don't know. It's your show. So it works out pretty good.
You're welcome for the help.
I think you should do a whole show as Ric Flair. Maybe
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Oh yeah. I'm down for that.
Dude, you
signing
could
up
probably
now.
get Ric Flair. Do a show, interview Ric Flair as Ric Flair.
Oh, I saw him on a podcast recently. He does them.
Oh yeah.
Wait, he was in Nashville when we were there, right, Joe?
Yeah.
We were outside that bar.
We didn't see him. We saw somebody who saw him, I think.
Or maybe they
How did
saw
we know
you.
Maybe they saw you, and they were like, "Oh,
They
yeah,
said you and thought it was
That's right.
Jet
I think
flying,
that
was me.
Rolex wearing.
that's
kiss
right.
stealing.
I think I was drunk and I thought Joe was Ric Flair. I think that's what that was.
Was
That's
that
right.
what it was?
I did go home with a woman after the restaurant too.
Oh boy.
Oh, you
Well, it's
did?
my wife. It was
Yeah.
my wife.
I was drunk in Atlanta trying to figure out how to use Uber. Failed. Ended up getting in a
Max,
van
I
with
don't-
some strangers.
yeah.
My wife,
I
my
think-
wife got us like Uber Platinum status while we were in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Nice.
You were like telling me
Got
how
back
great
home
Uber
and
was.
got-
I'm
Saw
drunk
the
trying
So
Uber
you-
bill and I was like,
So
oh
you
my
sit
god.
on the gear shift with Platinum, right? You're sitting on top of the gear shift.
Is that
Yeah.
is that when you told us you blew out your hip, John? After that, you
me.
blew out your hip. You couldn't remember how you blew out your hip.
I was freaking drunk as shit walking down the street and trying to use. I can't even read my phone, and I'm like, God damn, who told me to use Uber? I ended up getting in a van with that. I don't even. It was just a big van.
He got the
Yeah.
right band. that
You're
he was
easy,
supposed to
man.
get in.
I think Lundy has the most bans. There's a question about who's been banned the most. I think Lundy's been banned
Yeah.
the most.
Oh,
I mean,
Facebook.
Oh, easy.
5
Out of
out of my
the
6 accounts right now are banned.
Yeah. Yeah.
5 of my 6.
yeah.
But I don't.
Lundy's got
care.
like 4 or 5 accounts just so you can stay relevant.
Guys,
Yeah.
let me ask you this. What would it be like to be able to say whatever you wanted to
Freedom.
whoever you wanted online? What would that
Okay.
feel like? Does anybody
So my last ban was for posting Happy Demon Day to Che Guevara. That
Yeah.
got me a 30-day. My other account got banned for
Some
comparing
socialist
Jen
Facebook
Psaki
moderator.
with Goebbels. It said I was promoting
Yeah.
dangerous persons. 30 days.
Yeah.
So,
Man, I don't know. I think that when Elon takes Twitter over, which looks like it might happen, right? It's looking pretty good. I heard him
I'm
say
going over there.
from his. Me too. I heard him say out of his own mouth say that he thinks the only thing that should be banned is like illegal speech. That's it.
Yeah. Threats and violence. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Illegal stuff. And
Which is
can
like
you imagine?
everything the libs do.
Remember
is threat.
the internet back in the early 2000s? It was just Wild West. You could say whatever
Yeah.
you wanted.
AOL
I think Twitter
bulletin
is. I think Twitter's gonna clean some things up for people like us that just want to be able to say what we want.
I'll be right back.
See you,
Well,
buddy.
why is everybody getting so offended about every little thing? I mean, I've been called names my whole life. I've been on both ends of that stick. Same with getting beat up or beating people up. It's like that's part of life. That's what makes.
I don't
helps
get
us
banned
grow.
for calling people names though. I don't call anybody names. I don't make personal attacks. It's always just disagreeing with people. And
You
I
get
think
you
I
get
have a
called
moderator.
names a lot. You get
Oh,
called
I call
names
names
a
all
lot.
the time. Like
Yeah.
insult, I think is the new one. Like,
Oh,
you could
yeah.
You could be making a porno and they would call you an insult.
Don't they know that
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
married
so-
with kids and all that?
And I don't-
they don't.
Some of us, so.
Everybody's an insult that
understand-
lives in mom's basement. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes
I
I
get
don't
called it a
understand
lot.
why the go-to insult. They always have to go for something about sex or something about
Yeah.
the male genitalia. It's like, why is that? They're obsessed with it. Why is that
Freud,
always
man.
the first insult?
Yeah, like if you like guns or you like to go to the range, you must have a
Yeah,
micro.
small dick. You're compensating for something.
You have a little
So you
wiener
say you have
and
a
jack
Joe?
up front. Yeah.
Yeah, if you have a
What-
truck or the truck nuts hanging off the back.
Oh, and
You're
they
compensating.
what's-
And
your
it's
gun.
like,
I always like those truck nuts on there.
What's it going to be like? What's it going to be like when Elon says he opens the floodgates and unshadow bans all of us? What's that going to be like?
I don't know.
I don't think I know that.
I'm seeing so many people on there saying when he takes over, they're gone, and I'm like, yeah, right.
It's like all the
Yeah,
people.
where are
who
they
went
going to go?
Canada.
They're not going
I always-
anywhere.
They're
I
not
always go
going
back to the
anywhere.
line from Young Guns 2, where Pat Garrett says that Billy the Kid's a coy dog, right? He's part coyote, part dog. He's domesticated, part wild, but he craves the attention. He's always going to come back. And like all these people are coy dogs. They're
coming back.
They're gonna run away when the light shines on them, but they're gonna come back because they can't.
Imagine when you can
not
say
getting the
shut your effing mouth, you baby back bitch on there, and then you don't get banned for that.
Well, look
Imagine that.
at Facebook. On Facebook,
Well,
like
you
John
can
or
say
I
it if
post-
you can say it if you're on the left.
All we
Oh,
have
yeah.
to do is post no, though. If we comment on like
We're
some
not
weird-
political, Rich. We're not
Look,
supposed to
but
tell whether
no.
we're on the right or the
let it
left.
blow up. All you have to do is disagree with them. You don't even have to be like
Right. Yeah.
curse or anything.
I
You
see
just
the way,
put no.
Lundy, I see the way you disagree. You pose it in a way to where no matter what they say, they're wrong.
It makes
And
them
it drives them
sound
crazy.
stupid,
It drives them crazy. It drives them crazy.
I agree, Hadley. I totally agree, Hadley.
Yeah, it's all sarcasm, and then they're just like they go
Yeah.
freaking nuts.
This all
Yeah.
started, like Hadley said, this all started for when people started getting participation trophies and nobody can win a t-ball game. There are no winners and losers, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Yep. Mercy
it's like-
rules.
I
No
wasn't
keeping
raised
score.
that way, you know. Every sport I ever played, there was a definite winner and a definite loser. And there's nothing
And
wrong with that.
you used to say something to somebody, and there was a consequence. And I
Yeah.
see a lot of people talking. I'm like, you've never been punched square in the nose, and it shows.
And
Yeah.
and your dad giving you
Exactly.
your dad giving you a whooping because you disrespected an adult. There was a
Dude,
purpose to that.
I used to get
Normal.
There's a reason for
whoopings
that.
for saying mean things to girls in school.
Yeah.
I said something mean to a girl, my dad would, give me the leather.
If I would have came
Yeah, we
home and told my dad I hit a woman, he
Oh,
would
that
beat
was the
my
end of
ass
it.
from-
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
have been 6 feet under.
Yeah,
You don't
no
hit
doubt.
girls, didn't even
You
talk
don't
to
hit
them.
girls.
You wear a hat indoors. That's one lick. Immediate.
Yeah.
Immediate.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what it was.
You
at
know-
school,
Yeah, my
at
grandma
school.
used to get on me for
It
that.
sounds
At school,
it sounds
yeah.
sounds
Yeah, we could
tough.
More than
hats
6
or
of us are
jackets.
wearing hats.
It sounds tough and it sounds mean, but there's a value to that.
Yep.
You know, that
Yeah.
the current society is lacking. You know, like
Yeah.
the girl went out and destroyed a Van Gogh with a
Yeah.
can of soup because she's against oil. And it's like, what right do you have to destroy something like that because of your whim? There's a
Well,
lack
yeah.
of courtesy, a lack of consideration.
Van Gogh
lack of-
died broke and destitute too. He wasn't rich.
No.
It's all bad.
So
Well,
it's,
what got me was how many people were defending it and saying, well, I'm glad they're doing something. Someone's got to bring attention to this. I'm like, bring attention to what?
to
They're
destroy
thinking
Van Gogh.
Yeah.
They're eating their
Yeah,
own.
I was like, bring
They're
attention
eating
to
their
what?
own.
The use of
Yeah.
petroleum products? They're taking
They
a
don't even
picture of
know.
themselves
They-
on a phone that's made with petroleum products.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know how much? Do you know petroleum products they were wearing at the time?
Exactly.
They-
And how
they
did,
don't
and
even
how did
know
they
if
get
you-
there?
If you could do the exact same protest and then tell people what the message was or why they were doing it, and they'll decide if it was right or wrong.
Yeah.
So they're not for it or against it. They were just programmed to answer the way, like, why do you loot a shoe store because some dude got shot with, it's like, there's no rhyme or reason. It's the same thing with the kneeling for the Super Bowl or the football games. Like, because Trump was against it, now we're all for it. All those people would be for kneeling and the national anthem if Trump wasn't against it. They just
Yeah.
decided to.
Well, and
That's how I just like whatever they're for. I know I'm going to be against because
it was
It
something I said a long
ruined
time ago. If you
professional
want to get
sports
rid
to
of
me.
if you want to get rid of abortion, get Trump to come out and say Planned Parenthood's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
The next
Donate
day,
his salary. He should have
the next day
donated his
people on
last
the,
paycheck.
people on the
to him.
left would be
I got
bombing
my-
it, you know?
I got my frequent use card from Planned Parenthood the other day. They sent me
Juggernaut.
this, like,
Welcome.
membership card. I'm like,
How many you got?
Juggernaut.
How many punches do you have on it?
7.
You get your 10th one free.
Yeah, on your 10th one, he gets a free vasectomy.
You just go to Planned
Yes.
Parenthood, so they look at your wiener, don't you?
Only one ball though.
At least someone does.
He's got to show it to somebody.
They're like, come on, the baby's in
Somebody
there
other
somewhere.
than somebody other than Joe.
Yeah, Joe's boring anymore. He's getting old.
Why am I always the wiener peeker?
I don't know why.
I don't know why.
Just lucky, I guess.
Because it's,
Yep, David.
Yeah, David,
It's so
bash the
affable,
fash,
Joe.
right? Let's bash the fash with our iPhones
Yeah.
and our
It's like
Starbucks.
those. What are the opposite of Planned Parenthood? Those Christian family planning centers.
Yeah, they have like planning centers for women to go in and get health stuff.
Elizabeth Warren said they're satanic and demonic and dangerous. I'm like, they're just Christian chicks that like.
in my hometown, they just set one of those places on fire.
Yeah,
Imagine
I'm
that.
I hear
What's
so
so
many
demonic
people.
about them?
I hear so many people complaining about the Roe versus Wade, and they don't even know what it entails.
No, it's all clueless.
Banning abortion, it's like, no, it doesn't quite work like that, you know?
Hey,
Is there
Joe.
a pink hair filter on this thing where I can turn my hair in?
Hey, Joe, is that a new restaurant you're opening? 5 Dongs of Joe?
I saw that too. I don't know where it came from.
Oh, I know where it came from. It's that Ligma. It's Ligma.
Ligma.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a throwback.
Yeah. Fool me once.
It would need a catchier title, like Fremunda. Fremunda, 5 Dongs of Joe.
Oh,
Joe, did you get
Oh,
vaccinated for Ligma, or do you still have it? I don't.
Joe is King Dong.
he is.
You know, I somehow think that I'm losing
Oh,
control of this interview.
Yeah, you.
Alan, help me out here.
Were you ever in control?
What? It's like herding cats, man.
How come me and Rich are the only
It is.
professionals with headphones on?
Joe,
It's that Ligma
well, that's not a headphone.
Just-
That's
It
his
is a
trucker. That's his
headphone.
trucker Bluetooth thing.
Yeah, it's a
I got earphones
headphone.
on, man.
It's approved by the Federal Highway
You do?
guys.
I
Or
could
girls.
Oh, you got ear pods in.
I got pods on. I can put on my glasses though. So.
All right, that's
These-
better. Put the glasses
The
on.
VA gave me this, but look, they don't even like sit on my head right. They fall off.
Those are like
you gotta
Jeffrey
go get a
Dahmer
fitted
glasses.
You know, they
These
sure
are the-
love giving out them BC glasses no matter
These
what.
are the free ones from the VA.
Yeah.
They're
I got
really
some
nice.
free ones the other day too. I need reading glasses now. You know, at the ripe old age of 47.
See how this
Yeah.
thing pops out.
They want to keep you a virgin forever.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I have to
Uh-oh.
go get
What's-
prescriptions, so I get to get the nice Harley Davidson.
So if I change my name to like something random, like say Chelsea Manning, can I go back in the military for another retirement or not?
They'll
Yeah,
Probably
but you
could.
got to go through boot.
I'll go through that. That's something. But then I could get another.
You don't have
pension.
to
I'll
go
just
through boot again. No, you don't.
I'll
Have to
join the Air Force or something. It'd be easy. So if I change my name, my identity to Chelsea, I get to go back through and
You get to be Space
Oh my God.
Admiral
to retirement.
General.
Because I'll tell you what,
Admiral
when I go in the Air
Spaceship.
Force, I'm only going to do 3 years and then get 100%. Get out.
There
you
you go.
don't just do 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, that drill sergeant's mean.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
I think
Come
they
back
give you.
in.
I think they give you free marijuana gummies when you join the Air Force.
What? The VA sucks. Phalanx Palace.
I should say it does.
I think you just defeated the code book right there. The NSA code
I
book
should-
has been foiled.
Well, that's cool.
I really think we should change our
I
name
was
to
Air
Phalanx Press. It's easier to say than Phalanx.
It's a
What,
no
Phallus Press?
Phalanx Press.
No
I
for
like
me,
press.
dog.
Alan, did you join the Air Force because you had a high ASVAB or low T score?
Oh,
Thank you,
Because
I
Harry.
would, say, I would say low T.
my dad
Yeah.
who died from Agent Orange, I admired him so much. That's why I joined.
Oh, you
Was
just
he drafted into the Air
Wait a
Force?
minute,
got
your
you.
dad
You
just
just
died
got
like
you,
a
man.
year or two ago.
that's a professional mic right there, Alan. That's what added to that statement. There is that mic right there.
You know why I joined? Because I went over to the Army.
Oh, that's nice.
I wanted to fly helicopters. They said my vision was too fucked up, messed up. So I went over to the Air Force recruiter next door. That's the only reason.
They had you fly helicopters.
No. I was a sheet metal mechanic, man, for a long time.
Army's
Stupid
got
ass
those.
job.
wait, I legit thought you were security forces.
I was. I lateraled over because I hated that.
They made them scrap sheet metal when they're like,
Rub
Gamboa,
it,
yeah,
don't
you're gonna be a
slap it,
sheet
rub
metal
it.
scrapper.
Well, I told you guys I can't build a box. I don't know how I made it through tech school, man. I did. I don't know how.
Felt good when you made it out of boot camp, though, didn't it?
Oh yeah. All right.
Call me sir, damn it.
Yep.
But yeah, man, my wife was in the Navy. I don't hold that against her. So
We do.
She was no wait, she was not like a.
She was a
I'm trying to remember
TM.
what she would torpedo man's mate.
Yeah,
right?
she was. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, she's a TM.
Yeah, I remember that because I thought that was such an odd thing. You know, it's very
Was she on
rare,
sub or
very
on a-
rare
the-
rate.
The what do you call them? Anti-sub boat.
Yeah, she's over in Yokosuka there, and
Yokosuka
the only
Naval
reason she
Base.
did that job is because she wanted to do something she wouldn't do out in civilian life.
Mm-hmm.
So
What year was she over there in Yokosuka? Do you know the years?
86, 87, I think, I believe.
That's got to be Midway was the carrier over there, wasn't it?
I think so.
I don't know.
I think
Midway.
so.
Yeah, I think it was Midway.
Yeah, I think her ex-husband was on that. Yeah, I think so.
That sucks to be a carrier called Midway, stationed in Yokosuka, Japan. I'm sure the Japanese love that.
Right.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
I saw that. Shots fired in there in the chat. I saw her say that.
Yeah.
Apologize for that, doggone it.
Oh. Man.
I think that's you to you, Alan.
Yeah, that's me. My grandson's coming home tonight.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Congratulations.
That's good.
Good
Yes.
for you, man.
Hey, and thank you guys. Really, you guys are awesome.
Oh, now it's over. When you want it.
No, I'm not saying
now
it's over. No, I'm not. We're still going.
Actually, I got to go to bed. So for me, it is over.
All right. Let's call it over. It's been,
Guys,
this
thanks
has
for
gone on for a
coming.
long
I
time.
appreciate it. This was a lot of fun. It really was.
Thanks.
And I don't
All
think we said anything that we could be arrested for. I really don't.
I don't think so. Probably banned
Right.
for, though.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
That's all
We
right.
can't. We
cancel
can't. We can't ban.
All right, we got to hit Randy's comment.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Randy. Thanks for joining
Of
us.
all you great authors.
Thanks,
And
Randy.
You too, Alan.
All right.
All right. Next time, Ric Flair will be hosting.
Oops.
It will be the next time I show up. So
I'll
right.
try to put something together for that. That would be fun. I won't do it when I've got this raspy thing though.
yeah.
Yeah. You need to get a cough switch, Joe. Shut your cough off.
Yeah, I know.
Radio
Have Joe throw that top button back on too for you.
I'm an
Yeah.
amateur. I'm trying to show my master.
I'm out.
This isn't your OnlyFans, Joe. Keep your shirt on.
Yep.
See you guys later.
Later, brother.
Thanks, guys.
Guys,
Thanks for
guys.
joining us tonight. And thank all of you for
Adios,
coming
guys.
in.
Yeah, thanks, everybody. This was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Let's do it again.
Right on.
All right.